And we're good. Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to really quickly
Sorry,
show
guys.
this. So if you find data in columns and rows in online, I just want you guys to know that you can actually get that information into a spreadsheet, right? There are many different ways you can do it. It does not always work every time. What I'm going to show you is a very simple web scraping technique. And so web scraping is actually getting data from the web and putting it in, scraping it, pulling it off, and getting it into your own spreadsheet or whatever you want to use. And so what I'm going to show you is using Scraper. And this is from the Chrome store. So it's an add-on for Chrome. And once you've added it, the way that you know you've added it is you can right-click, and you now have this little scrape similar, little like wallpaper putty knife thingy. You guys see that?
Yes.
So what you do is after you've added it, you go to whatever data you wanna grab, and you see here's the table. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight the first couple of records. You can highlight 2, 3 records, 4 records. It really doesn't matter. Just highlight a couple of them. I didn't include the headings, but you could do that. This one tends to work better if you don't. And then I'm going to right-click and select Scrape Similar. Now the thing with this is this works with your Google Docs. So you're going to want to make sure that you're logged into a Google account before you right-click Scrape Similar. If you aren't, this just doesn't pull up. It just like spins and spins. So what it's done is it's actually pulled all of these records. So each one of these is one line in that table, right? And so what we can do now, it looks crazy now, but don't worry, it will work. What we can do now is click Export to Google Docs. And it will very quickly open, that was sarcasm, open it in Google Docs. So you see here, it's still kind of, a lot of spacing going on. But then what I do is I will take it and I select File, Download As, and I download it as Excel. Just the nice thing about Google Docs is you can upload and download to the different software. And then I open it here. And so just imagine if you were this reporter who's working on this story, and instead of going through it all and writing things down, we just spent maybe a minute pulling this information into a table, right? That's all we did. Spend a minute pulling it into a table. And now I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm just going to delete these. And I'm going to delete this. And these are a little messed up, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to say ineligible to. So what we've got is we've got the name of the people who are not allowed to do business. We've got their address, and we've got their country, the date that their ineligibility starts, the date it finishes, and then the reasons, right? So the question he wanted to know, the answer is he wanted to know how many times Bangladesh showed up, right? And so he counted each and every one of these. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to do that with this data, and we're going to use a tool called a pivot table. And I can send, if any of you have experience with Excel at all, I can send your instructors some handouts that will show you how to do this with this very data, actually, if you would like. So I just select my data.
And that'd be great, Jaimi.
Yeah.
Please do. Please do.
And then someone needs to keep a list of all the things I promised to, so that I can remember to send them all. And then I'm going to click on Data. Actually, I was wrong. Click on Insert, and I click on Pivot Table. So there's this amazing thing called a pivot table, and it allows you to summarize your data. Basically, what it's allowing us to do is basically do that handwritten list that reporter did and add it all up for us. So I want to count the country, and I just drop these things here. So now I have a country, and then the number of lines, the count of country every time it appears. It's pretty amazing. And then I can just right-click and sort this. And this is newer data, right? So we just did this using the current data. Canada's at the top. So the most firms and people debarred. It was Bangladesh before. Now it's the Canadians. The Canadians, the UK, and the US. So that's changed some.
So now from this we've found out that the Canadians are crooks. This is amazing.
The Canucks are crooks.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, totally. That's the story. Canadians are crooks.
If nothing else, we've learned something today.
That's amazing. That
It's so fast.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like it really, if you don't love, it opens up doors as far as enterprise, but it also just saves you time. It really does. And then I want to show you really quickly with this. So pivot table is like this virtual thing. Like I can click and I can drag stuff around and whatever, but I don't want that. I want it to last as its own table. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it in a special way. So all of the pivot table stuff goes away. So I'm just going to paste special values. It's basically just showing me the text. This is exactly the same thing we had as before. It's sorted the same. Let me make it a little bigger. So you can see we've got the number. I'm just going to call this account, and then I'm going to call this country. And then all the way at the bottom, the pivot table generates a grand total line. So so you can see we had 686 records of debarments. I'm going to get rid of that grand total. And then I'm going to do something else. So data visualization is, everyone wants to know data viz. It's like the hot thing, right?
Yep.
And so I want to show you really quickly something you can do just going from a straight spreadsheet into a visualization. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back to my website, and there is a website called Data Wrapper, and Data Wrapper, it's datawrapper.de. It's a free website. This one's super duper easy. If anyone's interested in other data viz stuff, I've got a long list of stuff you can do, but this one's ridiculously easy. So I'm just going to click try it now, and I copied that data, our summary data of the country. I'm going to paste it in. So difficult, right? And I'm going to click upload and continue. And so now it's seen that I have these columns, right? So it recognizes the country column, it recognizes the count, and the one thing you need to make sure is that it actually sees the numbers. So when I click on the B, it's showing it. Oops. When I click on the B over here, column type, it says auto number. So it actually sees it as a number. So that's good. So then I can click visualize. And it's generating it as a bar chart.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
Isn't it? It's just
Oh
amazing.
my gosh.
So easy.
Quick.
Will that even do it in the map, or you'd have to have the values there really defined well for it to do that?
If you wanted to do a map, you would have to have a. Well, let's check.
Yeah, it's
I don't
give it a
know.
shot.
Let's see. Tableau does it with the.
Just the names, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Data wrapper.
Come on. Yeah.
Challenge. Come on.
It doesn't look like it's gonna do it.
Uh-oh, bummer.
But there are plenty. So Tableau Public is good, and another one that is great that they just put. Oh, here we go.
Whoa! Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Hot damn.
That's
That's great. So there's another one that's called Silk, and Silk is pretty elegant. And I'll send some links. I just got a demo from Silk a couple weeks ago, and I've been playing with it. I'm not good enough with it yet to demo it live, but they said that they want newsrooms, they want journalists to use it, and so it's free to newsrooms. And it's pretty elegant, and it's easier to get stuff into it than it is in Tableau. So different data visualization. So my point with that whole demonstration is that it's not hard. And you're going to meet a lot of data journalists. We're very proud of ourselves, and we like to say, oh, it's so hard, we're so smart, but it's really not that hard to get really good at just some of this stuff. And so I don't want you guys to be daunted by all of